Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off our presentation today. We're diving into the art of descriptive writing, or as I like to call it, painting with words. Our goal is to learn how to create vivid and engaging scenes that really draw readers in. Over the next few slides, we'll explore techniques and tips to help you craft compelling descriptions. So let's get started and unlock the power of words together. So what exactly is descriptive writing? Well, it's a style of writing that aims to create a vivid picture in the reader's mind. It's about helping the reader see, hear, smell, taste, and feel what you're describing. The main purpose here is to make them imagine a person, a place, an object, or even an experience as if they're right there with you. To do this effectively, descriptive writing focuses on details, imagery, and emotions. These elements work together to bring scenes to life and make them more engaging. Think of it as painting a picture with words. A key point to remember is that good descriptive writing appeals to all 5 senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. When you involve all these senses, your descriptions become richer and more immersive. So whether you're describing a bustling market or a quiet forest, tapping into these senses helps the reader feel like they're right there experiencing it with you. Now let's talk about the golden rule. Show, don't tell. This is a fundamental principle in storytelling and writing. Instead of simply telling your audience how a character feels or what's happening, you want to create a vivid picture that allows them to experience it firsthand. For example, instead of saying, "She was sad," you could describe her body language and the small details that reveal her emotion, like her shoulders slumping or a single tear tracing down her cheek. This way, the audience can see and feel her sadness without you explicitly stating it. This approach makes your writing more engaging and authentic because it invites the reader into the scene, making them an active participant rather than just a passive observer. And to help you practice, there's a question here. How can you show that a character is angry? Think about incorporating actions and sensory details, perhaps how they grip something tightly or how their voice tightens. For example, his knuckles were white as he gripped the steering wheel. Remember, showing is about evoking emotion and creating vivid imagery. It's more powerful than just telling your audience what's happening. Now, let's explore the power of the 5 senses in descriptive writing. When writers want to create an immersive experience, they really rely on all 5 senses to bring scenes to life. For instance, with sight, it's about describing colors, shapes, and how light or shadows play within a scene. It helps the reader see exactly what's happening. Next is sound. What do you hear? Is it a loud, energetic noise or a soft, quiet hum? Maybe a screech or a bubbling brook. Including these details makes the scene more vivid. Then there's smell. Scents can evoke memories or set a mood: fresh and clean, spicy and warm, earthy and damp. These scents help deepen the reader's connection to the scene. Touch is about describing textures and feelings: rough bark, soft fabric, cool water, warm sun, sticky surfaces. These tactile details make the scene tangible. Finally, taste. Are there flavors involved? Sweet, sour, bitter, or crisp? Sometimes a taste adds an extra layer of sensory richness to the description. When writers skillfully connect all 5 senses, they create a truly multidimensional, engaging experience that pulls readers right into the scene. This is a fundamental technique that makes storytelling more vivid and memorable. Now, let's explore the activity called the Sensory Brainstorm Challenge. The goal here is to pick one of the topics listed, either a city street, pizza, or a coffee shop, and then brainstorm at least 2 sensory details for each of the 5 senses. Starting with the city street, think about what you see: colors, lights, and the constant movement of people and vehicles. When it comes to sound, imagine the bustling traffic, voices talking, honking horns, lots of noise filling the air. For smell, consider the exhaust fumes, the aroma of street food, and the scent of concrete. Touch-wise, you might feel the rough pavement beneath your feet, the cool air, or the vibrations from passing cars. And for taste, think about dust settling in your mouth, pollution on your tongue, or the delicious street food you might sample. If you prefer something more appetizing, the pizza option is great. Visual details include the vibrant colors of toppings, melted cheese, and gooey layers. The sounds of a sizzling pizza, the crunch of a bite, and the chewing, all sensory experiences. Smell-wise, there's the rich aroma of tomato sauce, garlic, and melted cheese. Touch brings to mind the heat from the pizza, the textures of the toppings, and the greasy surface. And tasting offers that savory, salty, cheesy flavor that makes pizza so irresistible. For a cozy, inviting scene, the coffee shop is perfect. You can picture the steam rising from cups, the warm glow of cozy lighting. Sounds include the hum of the espresso machine and friendly chatter. Smells of fresh coffee beans, baked pastries, and the comforting warmth of the place fill the air. Touch involves holding a hot cup, sitting in a soft chair, feeling the warmth. And the taste might be bitter coffee, sweet pastries, or creamy beverages. Finally, there's a practice question to help you apply what you've learned. Imagine describing the sound of a busy city street using vivid, sensory language. Think about how that noise might feel almost tangible, loud yet rhythmic, full of life and energy. This activity is key because it helps us deepen our understanding of sensory details, which is essential for creating engaging, vivid descriptions in our writing and presentations. It connects directly to our overall theme of enhancing communication through sensory awareness. Now let's go over how to structure your descriptive essay. First, we have part 1, the introduction. Here you want to introduce your topic, whether it's a person, place, or event, and then clearly state your thesis. This thesis should express your main impression or the overall feeling you want your reader to take away. Next, we move to part 2, the body paragraphs. This is where your descriptive skills really come into play. Use sensory details, what you see, hear, smell, touch, and taste, to bring your description to life. Incorporate figurative language like similes or metaphors to add vividness. Also, organize your details in a way that guides the reader smoothly, either from general to specific or from near to far. Including comparisons can really help paint a clear picture. Finally, part 3, the conclusion. Here, you restate your main impression to reinforce what you've described. End with a reflection or emotional response that leaves the reader thinking or feeling something about your subject. Putting all these parts together creates a well-structured, engaging descriptive essay that captures your audience's attention and leaves a lasting impression. Let's talk about elevating your writing with figurative language. Using comparisons can make your descriptions much more vivid, memorable, and even emotionally resonant. For example, a simile is a comparison that uses like or as. Think of something simple like, the sun was like a golden coin. It paints a clear picture and adds a touch of beauty to your description. Then there's the metaphor, which is a direct comparison, saying one thing is another. For instance, the desert was a golden ocean of sand. It creates a powerful image by equating two things directly, making your writing more impactful. Next, we have personification, which involves giving human qualities to non-human things. Imagine the leaves whispering secrets of the wind. This technique brings your descriptions to life and makes your scenes feel more alive and relatable. To practice, I want you to think about the sound of a baby crying. Can you write a simile that describes it? Maybe something like, the baby's cry was like a tiny siren, piercing and persistent. The key is to choose a comparison that captures the emotional or auditory essence of that sound. Remember, these tools, similes, metaphors, and personification, are all about making your writing more engaging and evocative. They help your reader see, hear, and feel what you're describing, connecting them more deeply to your message. Let's walk through the steps to go from an idea to a draft. First, you want to choose your topic carefully, something like a person, a place, or an event that sparks your interest. Once you've got that, start brainstorming by jotting down sensory words and details that bring your idea to life. Creating a list or a mind map can really help organize your thoughts and make sure you don't forget anything important. Next, you'll want to create an outline. Think of this as building a roadmap for your writing. Plan your introduction, including a clear thesis statement that states your main point. Then, organize your body paragraphs, starting with the beginning, developing the middle, and wrapping up with the end. Finally, sketch out a conclusion that ties everything together. Now, it's time to write your first draft. Don't worry about making it perfect. just focus on getting your ideas down. Use this opportunity to include sensory details and express your emotions. Remember, the goal here is to capture your thoughts and feelings without overthinking. You can always revise and polish your work later. The most important thing is to let your creativity flow and enjoy the process. Now let's talk about the final step in polishing your masterpiece, revision. Think of it as adding the finishing touches to a painting. First, focus on adding more sensory detail. Did you forget to include sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch? Incorporate these senses throughout your essay to make your writing more vivid and engaging. Next, look at your word choices. Replace weak words with strong, vivid adjectives and verbs. For example, instead of saying walked, consider words like strode, crept, or shuffled to create a clearer picture. So a weak sentence like the dog ran fast can be transformed into the dog bolted across the field. Moving on, check your sentence variety. Mix short, punchy sentences with longer, descriptive ones. This variation keeps your reader interested and creates a natural rhythm. Also, ensure your ideas flow smoothly by using transitions. Phrases like beyond the trees or in the distance help connect your thoughts seamlessly. As a quick practice, take that sentence, the dog ran fast, and revise it to make it more descriptive and vivid. Remember, revision is all about refining your work to make it as compelling as possible. In this slide, we're focusing on descriptive analysis of the forest, and I want to guide you through the key points. First, let's look at the excerpt and understand how the writer uses sensory details. In the opening sentences, you can see that the writer appeals to multiple senses. For example, the sense of smell is evident in phrases like the scent of pine and damp earth, which immediately immerses us in the forest environment. The sense of hearing is captured through the gentle rustle of leaves, whispered secrets of the wind, giving us a vivid auditory picture. And visually, the description of shades of green, from dark emerald of the ferns to the bright lime of new shoots, helps us imagine the vibrant colors all around. Next, let's identify an example of personification. The excerpt says that the rustling leaves whispered secrets of the wind. Here, the leaves are given the human ability to whisper, which adds a poetic touch and brings the scene to life, making it more engaging. Finally, the main impression the writer wants to convey is that the forest is a lively, vibrant, and almost whispering entity. The sensory details, smells, sounds, and sights, support this by creating a rich, immersive experience that makes us feel as if we are right there, surrounded by the sights and sounds of this thriving natural space. Remember, the goal here is to see how descriptive language invites us into the scene and helps us understand the overall mood or impression the writer aims to evoke. Imagine standing in the vast, endless desert as the sun slowly dips toward the horizon. The sky transforms into a breathtaking canvas of brilliant orange, fiery red, and deep purple, like a painter's masterpiece coming to life. As the temperature begins to cool, I can feel a gentle breeze brushing against my skin, carrying the faint, earthy scent of dried sand and distant sage. The silence around me is profound, broken only by the whisper of wind weaving through the dunes, as if the desert itself is softly sighing goodbye to the day. This moment is a perfect blend of sight, sound, and touch, creating an unforgettable scene that captures the magic of a desert sunset. Now, as we reach the final slide, I want to leave you with some key takeaways and a little challenge to apply what we've learned. First, remember that descriptive writing is like painting with words. It's about creating vivid images in your reader's mind. Always aim to show, not tell. Instead of saying something is beautiful, describe what makes it beautiful. Make sure to appeal to all 5 senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch, to bring your descriptions to life. Don't forget to incorporate figurative language, such as similes, metaphors, or personification, to add depth and creativity to your writing. Your challenge is to write a descriptive paragraph about a place you love, using all these techniques we've discussed. Include sensory details from all 5 senses, use figurative language, and focus on showing rather than telling. Remember, your words have the power to paint vivid pictures in readers' minds, so have fun with it. Happy writing.